Hello there. It's another beautiful Saturday morning, and I welcome you to this edition of Feminine Scope. The station is OGBC on 90.5 FM. Here, we invite strong ladies and women who are on top of their careers to share their experiences with us so that this generation can be motivated and also prepare themselves for any future challenges. My name is Toyin Sogbesan. You call me TS. Oprah Winfrey once said, and I quote, "Life is about finding yourself, embracing your strengths and weaknesses, and being true to who you really are." End of quote. And that is why I'm featuring another strong woman today to tell us how she was able to find herself and become one of the achievers today. My guest is Mrs. Gbeminiyi Oloyede, a Deputy Director of Nursing at the Federal Medical Center, FMC, Idiaba, Abeokuta. It's nice to have you on this program.
Welcome, ma. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure too. So we'd like to start from the very basics. We'd like to know who you are. What was growing up like for you? Who were your parents? Where were you born? And the schools you attended?
Gbeminiyi Abebi Tolani Oloyede. I'm from Ogun State, from Abeokuta, from Ake, Isalejeun, precisely. That is where I came from.
Okay. So who were your parents?
My parents are late Madam Mudupeola Ogundipe, and my father, Pa Samuel Shobanke from Isalejeun. My mother is from Igboro Sodeke.
Oh, you're a full-blooded Egba.
Yes,
lady.
ma'am, from
Okay.
Egba-Ake.
Egba-Ake.
Precisely.
Okay. So let's move on. The schools you attended and what was growing up really like for you?
My growing up from my origin is Isalejeun. It has a lot of challenges because in my area we have so many people that we are not proud of, and we also have so many people that we were very proud of. That they take care of us, cease to our upbringing. When we are going on anything wrong, they correct us. We have a lot of people like that in our environment. I went to St. Agnes Primary School. It's at Kobiti in the compound of All Saints. I started from St. Agnes Primary School. That one is from Maryland because I went there to go and stay with my sister a little bit.
Okay.
I have two grown-up sisters. They can give back to me because the age difference between us are very wide.
Like so, how many years?
16 years. 16 years. Okay. My sister, she stayed at Maryland at Onigbongbo. She's still staying there, though her husband is late. It's a very big compound there at Onigbongbo. So that is why I went to St. Agnes Primary School at Maryland. But with some challenges that happens there, my father had to bring me back to Abeokuta. That is why I completed my primary school at All Saints Primary School, Kenta Kobiti, Abeokuta. From there, I went to Agumbiade Vitrai School, Magbon, in Abeokuta. I happened to be the senior girl of my set.
What set was that?
1985 set. That is where I met my husband because I married very early.
We're coming to that. We're coming to that.
I married immediately after my secondary school.
What?
That was
okay. I'll come to that. I'm very interested in that. But first things first, your growing up years back then, from Lagos moving back to Abeokuta, Isalejeun. That's on the way to the Olumo Rock. Yes, and that's where we have the Adire Market. Very close to Adire Market. Great. So I remember as well when we're growing up, Isalejeun, my cousins used to say Isalejeun, so to say. So growing up in that hinterland is a very local environment at that time with Itoku Axis and Kenta. Court and all that. Then growing up there so what were the challenges that you faced growing up in such an environment, having had a stint in Lagos at Maryland?
The environment is very turbulent because
why did you leave Lagos for such an environment to come back?
I was staying with my middle senior sister then. I went there to help her with taking care of the children. I wasn't very close to my father's side, and my father wasn't very happy with that. Okay. That all my siblings, because I'm from a polygamous home, my father had 5 wives.
Not many. There are not many.
I have a lot of siblings, but I don't know them because I've left with my senior sister to Lagos State. So my father wanted me back. and he brought me back to Abeokuta. He's from Isalejun, so I stayed in Isalejun. My mother too stayed in Isalejun. And we have a lot of grown-ups challenges. We have so many of our mates that we started secondary school together that dropped at Form 1, Form 2. But I was lucky because of my sisters are learned and they really took care of me. So anytime I'm on break, I didn't stay in Abeokuta. If we have a holiday on Friday, by that Friday evening, I must be in Lagos with my senior sisters.
Okay.
That is how I live my life.
Okay. From Agumbiade Victory High School, where you were head girl, what next?
I married immediately after my school starts. It's one of my teachers that was talking about me at home.
How old were you then?
I was 21.
Why did you finish school start at 21?
It was because of the changing of school. I told you I went to Lagos and my father brought me back. So with changing of school, moving about, it affected my years that I spent in secondary school.
So how many years did you spend in Agumbiade Victory High School?
I spent 5 years. I started from Form 1. That was 1980 and I finished 1985. I happened to be the senior girl of my set.
So what happened? Where did the difference of 21 years come in? I'm really interested, and I'm sure my listeners are also curious to know what happened. How old were you when you finished primary school?
I was about 14, but there are some challenges because of my family background, and there are some issues between my father and my mom because they didn't stay together.
Okay.
And it really affected me. The moving about.
Okay. So you lost a few years.
Yes, during that process.
Oh, okay. So by the time you came back to Abeokuta,
so everything got settled. So I started my secondary school 1980 and I finished 1985 at Agumbiade Victory School. So I spent that 5 years and I happened to be the senior girl of my set. I'm very okay then.
So after the school set, you got married.
Yes.
Tell me the journey. Why did you decide to get married at that point? Is it due to family pressure or family challenges?
No, it wasn't family pressure. It wasn't anything like that.
You decided to run away from home
no, not
to a man's
running.
house.
No, I didn't decide to run away.
So what happened?
What really happened was that I was in Form 4, precisely when I met my husband. One of my teachers was talking about me at home. From there, he got interested in what the teacher was saying and decided to come to Agumbiade Victory School to come and see me. That day, I don't even know him, but he started sending letters and so many other things. And because of, he happened to be a very reserved person, very traditional, and he came to meet my mom that he wants to marry me. And my brother then was one of his students, Pastor Shobanke. My brother now said that because then my daddy have already passed on.
Okay.
Then we have a lot of grown-ups between father's side, but my brother, Pastor Shobanke, was very close to us in age. So we relate with him very well. We discuss everything with him.
But you're not from the same mom.
You're not from the same mom.
Okay.
We discuss everything with him. And he was also a student, because my husband then was lecturing at Ogun State Polytechnic. He was a lecturer there, Professor Oloyede. And by the time he came home to come and meet my parents, that he's going to take care of me, that he really loved me, that he wants me to be his wife. After my school starts, then admission was very difficult. I don't just know. That is how I just got married. And I cannot say anything without my mother-in-law. Because apart from God, it was late now, she really made me.
Wow.
She was everything that I had in somebody to look forward to. She would tell me that every girl must be financially independent, that you must be yourself, that you must know whom you are, that if you have money, you will control anybody.
Wow.
Even if you are number 10, if you have the money, you will control everybody. She has her saying, even my daughter now, she used to say so many things about her, because she has already given us some legacy that we follow. And she really helped me. She was even the one that even helped me in my education. She would just tell me that I don't want to be hearing, how are you? How are you? My husband is my husband is educated, so I must be educated, that I must go to the university. Because when I got married, she was a trader, and everybody in that house in Isaliake, they are all traders. They really work their onions. They are very much okay. They control money. They are assertive. They are very agile. They are people that I look forward to emulate. Okay. Because in my own father's house, my fathers provide everything for us. So they need to change my orientation when I got to their house. That look, you have to be yourself. Don't depend on anybody. Don't depend on any man. Don't depend on anything. Be yourself. You want to buy land, buy land. If you want to build house, anything you want, get it by yourself. That if anybody should just give you, it's addition. That you don't depend on anybody. So she will call me Gbeminiyi. She believe in me.
What you didn't get from your mom, she provided in terms of support.
My mom, she was just late. My mom too was also very dear to me, and my mommy was also there in times of whatever I need. But she wasn't financially buoyant as my mother-in-law. Okay. So my mother-in-law would just tell me, anything you want. What do you want? I said, this she's going to pursue it for me immediately. Was
she learned?
No.
Okay.
She can't write at all. She can't do anything with a biro and pencil, but she sells. So even if she's doing accounting, she's well cerebral. She will start from the smallest denomination, and she will be telling you, I want to say it in Yoruba. Okay. Chilekon lọ́nà ogún. That's how she, in her own, she used chilekon kékeré for 200 naira. Chilekon ńlá, that is 1,000. So chilekon àgbà, that is when she's talking in terms of 10,000. That is how she does calculation, and it thrills me. She will call me in the morning. She will spark my hand. Your hand must not be cold. Your hand must not be cold. You must use your hand must be hot. That you must make money. Husband and the siblings, they are very close in age. They are very close in doing things together. Husband and her sister, they bought land, and she just said, baby, wow. I said, yes, ma. Show fair. She just used it like that. I said, I wanted, ma. How much was the land? 3,500. As he just paid the money, by then I've just delivered my second baby, and I haven't received any salary. But fortunately for me, when the money was paid, it was up to 3,500. That is a 4-month salary then.
Oh no.
So, and I was able to pay her the money. So
you can't forget such a mother-in-law. Such a mother-in-law, right?
She tried.
That's good. So how is the marriage? Are you the only wife?
Of my husband?
Yes.
Yes.
You are the only wife. Yes. Up to now. Lucky you. Because you got married pretty early. He's so much older than you.
About 7 years.
Okay, about 7 years older than you. He's still within range. Yes, at any rate. So let's look at your educational background. Okay. After marriage, did you go back to school?
Yes.
Okay. How did it happen? And what did you do?
Immediately after my first baby, that was 87, I enrolled at a school of nursing in Bekuta.
Why nursing?
Then I was a little bit desperate because I was heavily pregnant, and the jam period, I was too heavy to attend the examination. So my baby was about 41 days when I sat for School of Nursing examination. So I was given the admission, and that is how I started nursing.
I later had admission into University of Agriculture, where I studied child development and family study, which was completed in 2005. I later proceeded to University of Ibadan, the premier university of Nigeria, where I studied maternal and child health, MPH, reproductive and family health, which was completed in 2015. Later, I got admission at Babcock University, Ileshan, Remo, where I studied with BNSC. I later proceeded to have my MSc in nursing at Babcock University. I'm presently running my PhD in nursing at Babcock University, yet to be completed.
Right. And you've been working where and where?
I started working at a Sacred Heart Hospital, Lantoro. But after 6 months, I joined State Hospital. I was posted to State Hospital, Abeokuta. Then, a few years later, it became Federal Medical Center, Abeokuta. And I've been working since there.
Since, so you didn't go outside Abeokuta. That's what that means.
And I didn't.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't.
You have not done rural nursing. Aren't you lucky?
I did that during my rural posting. I've not gone to.
Aren't you lucky? Since you started working, you have been working in Abeokuta and Abeokuta, the city.
Maybe that's what it really. It helps me in my home and taking care of my children and my husband.
That's really interesting. Right. Now, you are from a polygamous house.
Yes.
And you said your dad had 5 wives.
Yes.
What number does your mother occupy?
Number 4.
Number 4. So the relationship, most of them were so much older than you.
My siblings, I have some that are younger than me.
Okay.
I'm in the middle.
Oh, I see.
So I'm in the middle, and we have some that are very, very much older than us, but we still have some that are very close.
From your mom, how many are you?
We are 3.
3.
Yes.
So who did you stay with? Your own sibling or your step siblings?
My mom's siblings.
Okay.
Our former husband died.
Oh, your mom's former husband
died. That is why he married my dad.
Okay, so she had children for the former husband.
The former husband.
How many?
They had 2.
2. So you are the only one from your dad with your mom.
I'm from the only one from my dad.
That's really interesting. Right. My guest on this program, Feminine Scope, is still Mrs. Gbeminiyi Tolani Oloyede, a Deputy Director of Nursing at the Federal Medical Center, FMC, Idaba, Abeokuta. What area did you specialize in?
Midwifery.
Midwifery.
Maternal and child health.
Okay, maternal and child health. So let's talk about maternal and child health.
Yes, ma'am.
What exactly do we as parents need to know, or the younger ones growing up, about maternal health, child and maternal health?
We used to say that when a girl child is educated, you've already educated the nation.
Okay.
Because a girl child is very important in when we are talking in terms of maternal and child health. Because a child of today is going to be a mother of tomorrow, and is going to be the wife of tomorrow, and is going to be the sister of tomorrow. And a girl child is the mother of the nation. And also, our male child too are very important, because if they are not there is not going to be any family. So taking care of our health is very important from childhood. As you are taking care of the child, girl must take care of the male child too. Every part of our body is very important. And we know that the scrotum of a boy is the engine of tomorrow. So by the time your child is growing up as a male child, you check, you monitor the growth of the child, you monitor the physical, the psychological, the spiritual growth of the child. It's very important. And also the girl child. There must not be any form of any abuses. And the relationship that the family has is also very important. A child that is not well nurtured in a happy family is going to make a good family tomorrow, and is going to make that generation to be worthwhile. That is why I used to say that when I was growing up, we have people that if you do anything that is wrong in the community, before you know, your mother, they will have gone to report you that, see what your child is doing, this is what he or she have done, and that need to be corrected. And they will have corrected you by themselves before you get home. And at home,
it will be additional.
At home now, it's going to be additional, and they are going to be dealt with at that particular point in time. So our health, physical health is very important. Emotional health is very important. Social health is also very important. By the time you are taking care of the children, it's also very important.
There's one area that I'm interested in, and that is this issue of breastfeeding. Children, or let me say ladies of today, they prefer their own physique than the health of their babies. Take for instance, they don't want their breasts to sag, and they're like, oh, I cannot continue to breastfeed and all that.
Breast sagging is physiological. It only takes time. If you are not married and you don't have any children, that breast is still going to sag. It's physiological, because we are growing old.
Okay.
The collagen that is on our skin, that is why we wrinkled.
Okay.
If there is no wrinkle, there is no way you are going to get old and there are not going to be any wrinkle, because the fat deposit is going to be withdrawn with time. And breast is made up of fat tissues and collagen. So it's very important. Breastfeeding is very, very, very important.
Up to what age?
You can breastfeed your baby more than 2 years. We are saying 0 to 2 years.
0 to 2 years.
Yes.
That
And
child would have grown teeth now.
Ma, even if they don't have teeth, when it starts itching them, they are going to be pressing it on something.
Okay.
And it's the mother's bed that they are going to press it on. That doesn't stop breastfeeding. If you feel that your child is biting you, just scroll their cheeks. That child will stop. And they also understand they are growing. They understand your feeling. By the time you are not happy with them, they also know. So exclusive breastfeeding is very, very essential if we want our child to have IQ, because breast milk contains everything that the child needs to grow, to develop. It contains so many, not microorganisms, micronutrients that we allow them to grow effectively and efficiently. So their cognitive is going to be very high. You see them having a lot of IQ. You can see by the time I start saying that we are promoting the exclusive breastfeeding period, the pregnant mother, the women, the ladies that practice exclusive breastfeeding, they see it in their children because they don't go to hospital often. The window period for them to visit the hospital is very high. But a child that was well breastfed might not go to the hospital in the next 1 year, because all the milestones that they are supposed to pass through, you just see them that they are sitting, they are crawling, they are doing so many things. You will just see, even at times when they want to have 1 or 2 after their immunization, you just see that okay, they want to have temperature, you just give 1 or 2 doses of paracetamol. You see that they are okay, and they are not going to be obese. So because most of the times this obesity starts from childhood, because by the time you are giving them this artificial milk, it's not 100% okay. It's the breast milk that is 100% okay for the children. And most of the time, the financial capacity is not always there for the people that are using artificial milk. So they are not going to be preparing it at the recommended doses or recommended with amount of mils of water. So that one too is also jeopardizing the health of that child later in life.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And I'm sure ladies are listening. I'd like you to give a word of advice for this generation, especially the girl child. You're a mother, you are in the hospital, you see them. I want you to advise this generation in whatever way.
Our children of today, I just want to advise them that they should be calm.
They should calm down.
They should calm down.
Okay.
In whatever they are doing, they should calm down. They should know God, because it's with God that everything is possible. Without God, there is nothing. It's God that takes care of us and also created us and knows where we are going. At every point in time, in their chosen career, in their growing up, they should have God. Whatever religion that you might be exposed to, just know that there is somebody that is supreme, that is God. And they should be calm. And so many ladies, they are always being skeptical about their mother-in-laws. They too, they are going to have a male child. They should just allow that mother-in-law to be. Don't condemn everything that woman is saying. That person is older than you. They are more knowledgeable than you. They are more exposed than you. Just be yourself. Let your mother-in-law be. I've had an experience that somebody tell me that she doesn't want her mother-in-law to come and stay with her.
Some don't even like mother-in-laws. They prefer guys that don't have mothers.
And I asked her what was the reason. He said the husband is not going to give her extra money when the mother-in-law is there. And I said, if your mother should come, she now said, maybe that person is her mother. And I said that, okay, just take that woman as your mother too. Let's see what was going to happen. It was after 6 months that she came to me and said, Oga, what do you want me to do? My mama said she wants to go. I said, since 6 months. Okay. Why now? He said, I said, don't you want your mother to come? Call your mother. That my mother is not going to be useful for me. So please, let's give ourselves open mind.
Okay.
And not be condemning them. Even if there is anything that they are doing that is wrong, let's come together and just tell them in a loving manner that, Mama, this is it. Because we too, we are going to get old.
Oh. And you also will be mother-in-law to another
mother-in-law, and we don't know where we are going to stay. So let's be good at every point in time.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
do you party?
Little bit.
So what type of music do you listen to?
Wow. Apart from Christian music, I like Oloyede.
KSA for sure. So, for the purpose of this program, what type of music do you want me to play for you?
Anyone, any good.
No, we don't have anyone as music. Tell me what you want, and I'll get it.
Let's play Sunny Ade, King Sunny Ade.
King Sunny Ade. Let's see if you remember any of his tracks. Can you sing? Ah, you are old school. Mo jẹ kúkú ndùkú olóhùn arére. I like that. I can't even sing it beyond that point. It is well. So thank you so much for finding time to be on this program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and our regards to Prof.
Thank you.
All right. So that's it on this edition of Feminine Scope on OGBC 90.5 FM. My guest has been Mrs. Gbeminiyi Oloyede, the Deputy Director of Nursing at the Federal Medical Center, FMC, Idiaba, Abeokuta. Let me thank my producer, Temilade Tijani, assisted by Fumilayo Akintoye. I also thank my studio manager, Biodun Tijani. My name is Toyin Sogbesan. TS. Do enjoy your weekend. Good morning.